Mount Arapiles, known to traditional owners as Durite, is a massive quartzite located 290 kilometres northwest of Melbourne. Every year, climbers flock here from all over the world to explore over 3,000 pristine climbing routes. To find their way around, there are three main options: the Crag website, the printed guidebook published by Open Spaces, or the smartphone app developed by iCrag, which captures all its content from the Open Spaces guidebook. The app is essentially a digital version of the guidebook without a lot of additional functionality, which leads me to believe that users may find it difficult to choose and locate climbs as the app has poor usability. To verify this hunch, I began with some desktop research, including online reviews, landscape reviews of climbing and other related apps, and blogs and articles, where I confirmed that the app has a serious flaw. With the rediscovery of Aboriginal cultural heritage in Arapiles, many climbing sites have been closed, and trespassers can receive heavy fines. None of this, however, is communicated in the app, leaving users to hunt through the web to get up-to-date information. To discover any other obvious pain points, I conducted an heuristic review, and discovered that the app has nonsensical navigation, confusing icons, and overly complex user flows. Mapping the user flow revealed that it's difficult to find access and descent information, and even if users manage to locate a climb, they may find it closed. The best case meaning that they have to start from scratch. The worst case that they are fined for trespassing on a protected site. There was also potential for errors when locating climbs, as all the route photos were taken from a distance, and the maps are static illustrations with no interactivity. Based on benchmarking results, I identified three main questions. Can site closures be communicated in an effective way? Can the design and navigation be improved? And is there a way for the user to easily find their location in relation to a selected climb? To confirm these questions, I conducted one-on-one user interviews and usability tests on the existing app with current and potential users.
So I was thinking that this button, how do I go back? Yeah, little Thor face. You can't climb there anymore. That's too bad. Definitely can't zoom out here. This is absurd. What happened to King Rat? I was looking right at it. Where did it go? Yeah, the description coming up like that is alright, but it kind of obscures half the screen. Yeah, but even navigating this, even after I've done it a few times, it's just painful.
Be careful at there. Why is that the first icon? I don't understand. But it doesn't tell me how many pitches. And I can't do anything else. So how do I go back? Where do I see the... I'm back to that thing and I'm stuck.
Yeah, I didn't actually find ever any descent information for this exact climb. Turns out we're not going to get there today.
Synthesizing insights from these interviews via an affinity map, I confirmed that users were frustrated over not knowing current conditions or site closures, users were confused by the app navigation structure, and users found it difficult to locate climbs. Users also wanted to tick off and take notes on completed climbs like they can on the printed guide, wanted more ways of searching for climbs, wanted an easy way to read the description of the climb while observing the route, and wanted to know if certain areas were child-friendly. This prompted the following recommendations. Include information on site closures and traditional ownership, simplify the app structure, improve the map functionality, make it possible to tick off and comment as well as view comments from other climbers, include more search filters, include an audio voiceover, include an augmented reality overlay, and determine child accessibility. To flesh out these recommendations, I used the following ideation methods: mini brainstorming sessions with climbers and developers, Crazy Eights to generate more ideas, and storyboards and user flows to better understand how these ideas might work. Using a DVF framework, effort versus impact matrix, and Moscow method, I prioritized the best ideas, taking desirability, feasibility, and viability into account. Child access would not go ahead, as it would be too complex, time-consuming, and full of legalities. The could-haves, GPS mapping, more search options, and audio voiceover would be implemented if time allowed. While communicating site closures and simplifying the app structure weren't top priority, they were still must-haves, as traditional ownership is an ethical issue and the current app structure is so frustrating it had to be addressed. Augmented reality and shared data came out on top, both being big bets. These would elevate the app to another level and attract more users. However, it might not be possible to implement both at the same time. So which one to prioritize? To answer this question, I created low-fidelity prototypes of both ideas and presented these to potential users. While many responded positively to the shared data solution, the response to the augmented reality was overwhelming, with even the most technophobic climbers expressing excitement over the idea. This moved augmented reality to the top spot. But was augmented reality actually feasible? Could it even be prototyped? Turns out that Google had the answer. Using Google's geospatial API, precise real-time positioning and orientation of the smartphone can be achieved. Then, using geometric anchors, developers can stick reference points to features which are recognized through image mapping. Using Google's geospatial API for the prototype would have required too much development, so I used Adobe Aero to bring custom 3D objects into the virtual space, and tested a prototype at my local climbing gym.
Oh, are you kidding?
Right.
That's awesome. Is it gonna... No access.
I also created a low-fidelity digital prototype of the main interface using Figma, incorporating as many of the prioritized ideas as possible. I then conducted one-on-one usability tests with current and potential users and developers.
Oh, AI route finder. I want to play with that. I can see it tells me something, but if I look at the icon, it's not intuitive to me that it's morning. So these big icons, my hands are full of chalk or tired and...
Insights from these tests were synthesized using a rolling issues board. The main points were: the augmented reality function doesn't include how to descend, icon functions were still difficult to remember, and interactive elements might be difficult to press if the user has just completed a climb. From these insights, I prioritized the following changes. Include a descent overlay on the augmented reality function. Redesign icons to be easier to recognize. And make elements used after completing a climb more accessible for climbers whose manual dexterity is compromised by fatigue. It was time to go mid-fidelity. The mid-fidelity prototype incorporates many solutions I discovered during the UX design process, helping users easily choose and locate climbs. The home screen is user-friendly with a logical hierarchy. The navbar has been reduced to 5 options. The search function includes more options for filtering, such as by area, name, or pictures. Users can bookmark climbs from the results screen, and site closure warnings are included. If a closed climb is selected, users are directed to a screen informing them of why and the importance of traditional ownership. Warnings can also be found on the GPS map and image screens. The climb info screen now includes additional information such as pictures, style, and shade, and there's an option to bookmark or tick off climbs. Tapping on more info brings up the description, as well as the access, descent, comments and ratings that are shared with the rest of the climbing community, and an interactive GPS map that tracks your position and provides directions to the climb. As it can be difficult to read the description and observe the route simultaneously, a handy audio button is included, stating the route description out loud. Once the climb is completed, it can be ticked off and comments and ratings entered. As the climber's hands may be worn out and covered in chalk after completing a climb, the elements on this screen have been scaled up for ease of interaction. And to locate climbs, the app includes an augmented reality feature, the AR Route Finder. The mid-fidelity prototype includes a demo video detailing how the AR Route Finder displays graphics in real time over the rock face, includes warnings for site closures, and the safest descent route. For the next steps, the mid-fidelity prototype will be user-tested in the field at Mount Arapiles, trialling the interface and augmented reality features on single and multi-pitch climbs. This will lead to the high-fidelity prototype, where the user experience is made as smooth as possible and the interface made responsive for different screen sizes. The look and feel will be refined, including more open spaces brand elements for consistency with the printed guidebook. From there, I will explore marketing opportunities, such as promoting the app with solar chargers or augmented reality glasses. Thanks for watching.